This is Jamaal Bowman dropping some wisdom. This is some smart stuff, so pay attention.
Hope you all are doing well. Really happy to be speaking with you today. Really happy to be safe. Really happy that my colleagues are safe after the domestic terror attack on the Capitol yesterday. You know, I know a lot of my colleagues have said things like, this is not us and this is not who we are. I mean, this is exactly who we are as a country, and this is who we've been for a very long time, since the beginning. I mean, this country was founded on indigenous genocide. The wealth of this country was built not just on indigenous genocide, but on the enslavement of African Americans. That's what built our wealth. That's what built Wall Street. Our country's history is violent and bloody. And the problem is we continue to, share this myth of American exceptionalism with the general public, and we give good speeches and we quote John Adams and we think we're being good Americans and good members of Congress. But when I'm sitting on the House floor and as I'm listening to these speeches, I'm like, have you ever been to the Bronx? Have you ever been to Yonkers? Have you ever seen abject poverty? Have you ever seen urban poverty? It's time to stop, pause, take a deep breath, look ourselves squarely in the mirror, and reflect on who the hell we are as individuals and as a country. Only through that reflection, individually and collectively, will we then be ready to move on.
That was fantastic. That was Jamaal Bowman. He was one of the progressives that went ahead and voted for Nancy Pelosi. This is the first vote. One of the first votes he made. I don't know if it was the very first vote. But 5 other Democrats, deflected, but not Jamaal Bowman. He wasn't going to use. I wonder, it'd be interesting to hear if any of them got anything out of that. But Jamaal Bowman is, one of the few progressives, and so, maybe he might do something. This is a great speech. This shows you his, basically, he's a newbie. He's sitting there talking like he's, like he gives a shit, and he's speaking real to us, and I appreciate that, and I like that a lot. And his advice is, on point. So Jamaal Bowman wants America to reflect on who we are as a nation. And so I'll do that for a quick second. So who am I? I believe in democracy. I believe in a democratic republic. I believe in, our systems of elections. And there's a lot there's a lot that's going right with America, and there's a lot that's going wrong with America. I think what's going right with America could fix what's going, wrong with America. So, yeah, Jamaal Bowman, I want to mention this about Jamaal Bowman. Jamaal Bowman, he thinks that the Israeli apartheid is a myth. He wants to talk about American exceptionalism. The reason why Israel gets away with all her crimes is because America covers Israel's ass, just like Saudi Arabia and the Yemeni genocide with the United Nations veto. And so Jamaal Bowman is a big shill for Israel. And all you have to do is just look at the damn situation. You got two people, two camps, and they're very much opposed to one another. Look at the damn situation. It's segregation. It's apartheid. And, he wants to talk about American history. Well, he doesn't seem to understand that all we did was export our colonial imperialist ways in the Middle East with our theocracy, with our state religious nation state. In America, we don't believe in, religious states. We believe in freedom of religion, meaning you can be whatever religion you want to be. And so it's a Jewish theocracy. And they took the land that wasn't theirs, 1940, 1950, so for the last 50 to 60 years, there's probably still Palestinians that remember when Israel didn't take, over everything. And all they want is to live in peace. Two nations living side by side. Israel's got all the, support of America that it needs. And what the fuck is Israel doing? The same shit it was doing with Barack Obama. Israel's trying to put America in our place. Shut the fuck up, America. Israel runs you. Shut the fuck up. Israel will bomb whoever the hell they like. And they might be bombing on behalf of the U.S. government, so it might not even be a happenstance thing. It might not just be Israel being a pit bull, a wild, loose pit bull on behalf of America. It could be America who sent the pit bull out to go. So Syria reports the third Israeli strike on Iranian targets, so-called Iranian targets, in 10 days. 15 deaths and injuries reported. So we still have a war with Syria. We're overthrowing Assad. Oh, okay, he is a piece of shit. He does need to go. We're still stuck in Syria. A military spokesman said missiles are flying over the Golan Heights, targeted several locations. So what happened? Oh, well, 15 people were killed. 15 people were killed. So 4 people were either killed, 4 people died in yesterday's melee at the U.S. Capitol, at the U.S. Capitol riots. And so Israel struck targets in southern Syria on Wednesday. State TV reported as military defectors said the missiles targeted Iranian Revolutionary Guard base. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reports that 15 people were killed and injured in an Israeli strike in southern Syria, the third such strike in nearly 10 days. So, Israel is bombing the fuck out of Syria. Apparently, they're going after the Iranian targets. They killed 15 people. Were they all Iranians, or were they, journalists and reporters, just like that collateral damage video we saw? What the fuck is going on? This is bullshit. Our air defenses responded to an aerial Israeli aggression on some targets in the southern region. State media quoted a Syrian army spokesman as saying 2 military defectors said the strikes hit the Kiswa area in the southern outskirts of the capital, Damascus, and military bases used by Lebanon's pro-Iranian Hezbollah group. There is no immediate comment from an Israeli military spokesman, but IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Aviv Kachavi said last month that missile strikes had slowed down Iran's entrenchment in Syria. We have struck over 500 targets this year, all on fronts, in addition to multiple clandestine missions. So, yeah, on and on. So, okay, so you want to reflect on who we are? I don't like that we're imperialist. I don't like that. We have a bloody and violent history, but we have a lot of, prosperity, and there's a lot of peace, too. And so that's why any, shit like the riots at the Capitol, 4 people died, and it was tragic. But look at the congressmen, even like, Army Rangers and former, Marines and shit are like, ducking and covering and shit. So protesters, breached the Capitol, and hey, what are you barking at? Hey! I'm trying to talk about the violence in Syria. Okay, we'll have to see what this is about.